Information. This afternoon, we bring you another edition of the State of the Regions reports, and we are honored to host the Upper West Regional Minister, Dr. Hafiz Bin Salih, who is here to provide a report on the state of the Upper West region. I know so much about the region. I'm in love with the region. I know it's an educational and tourism hub, and there is so much happening in the region, and especially the fact that it's a very peaceful region. Every time I travel to the Upper West region, I had the best time of my life. But it is always said that it's better to hear from the horse's own mouth. And we know that as a region, a lot of development has been happening in terms of infrastructure, in terms of education and healthcare, in terms of agriculture, among others. And today, the regional minister is kind enough to provide us updates on all that is happening in the Upper West region. Before I yield the podium to the minister, kindly permit me to acknowledge some dignitaries who are with us this afternoon. We have with us Mr. Peter Mala, who is the Chief Director of the Upper West Region RCC. We also have with us the DCE for WA East, Dr. Ewura Kandia Mahama. If you are here, Honorable, we acknowledge you. We also have with us the DCE for Dafiama Busie Isa, Honorable Engineer Nadi Imoro Sanda. We also have with us the DCE for WA West, Honorable Vida Diorote. We are also joined by the Sesala West DCE, Honorable Aisha Imoro Baton Hall. Also with us this afternoon is the Regional Director of Health Services, Dr. Damien Ponguire. With us this afternoon is the Regional Director of Highways, Mr. Archibald Derry. Also with us is the Regional Director of Urban Roads, Mr. Charles Darkun. We are also joined by the Regional Director of Agric, Mr. Emmanuel Sasu Yeboah. We have with us the Regional Director, Department of Feeder Roads, Mr. Alfonso Kwe. Also with us this afternoon is the PRO for the Upper West Coordinating Council, Mr. Cletus Awuni. Joining us also is the Senior Development Planning Officer at the RCC, Mr. Balo Oswald. And as I mentioned earlier, we have the Upper West Regional Minister and my brother, Honorable Dr. Hafiz Bin Salih. So I will now yield the podium to the Minister for his presentation and then come back to you for your questions. If you just joined us, this program is live on GTV across the country. If you're on Facebook, we are also streaming on Ministry of Information's Facebook page. Kindly join us. Honorable Minister.
Good afternoon, my brothers and sisters from the media fraternity. Deputy Minister for Information, my beloved sister, the Chief Director, Office of the Upper West Regional Coordinating Council, Honorable Municipal and District Chief Executives who have accompanied me here, regional heads of departments who have graciously accompanied me to this important ceremony. I bring you all greetings from the chiefs and people of the Upper West region, the region that is renowned for its peaceful nature. I'm grateful for this opportunity offered me to make a presentation on some of the development interventions executed by the government of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo since he assumed office as president on the 7th of January 2017. The outline of my presentation shall be in the following form. First, introduction. Then we'll give a brief profile of the region, details of major development interventions, i.e. roads and transport, health, water and sanitation, education, other major infrastructural development, and then finally, a conclusion. Before I proceed to make my presentation, I want to seize this opportunity to thank the chiefs and people of the Upper West region who has offered the government of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo their fullest support that has resulted in the implementation of these interventions. I'm grateful to the President of the Upper West Regional House of Chiefs, Dafiamana Lawyer Dikumene, the Vice President of the House, Laura Na Powele Kabu III, the Paramount Chief of the Wala Traditional Area, Na Alaji Fuseni Sedu Pelupu IV, Tumu Koro Richard Babieni Canton, who is also a member of the Council of State, the Polu Koro, Botier Leman, and all other paramount chiefs in the region. I also thank our religious leaders. First, the Cardinal Richard Bawop, Bishop of the Wa Diocese, the Chief Imam, Alhaji Usman Kanehe, the Yerena, and all other religious leaders. I now proceed to make my presentation. Introduction. Since 2017, the Upper West region has benefited from significant development, intervention, and investment across all sectors. This has contributed to the improvement in the performance of many development indicators in the region. Brief regional profile. The region has a population of 901,502 people, according to the Ghana Statistical Service 2021. About 48.8% are male, while 51.2% are female. The region has a fairly young population, with 49% being below 20 years. This implies a huge potential labor force for the future. There are 11 municipal and district assemblies which are coterminous with the number of constituencies in the region. Chieftaincy, you find the beautiful picture of the map of the Upper West region. Chieftaincy is a respected institution and is a major medium for community mobilization in the region. There are 32 paramountcies and 186 divisional chiefs in the region providing traditional leadership. There are 3 main ethnic groups in the region, namely Dagaba, Wala, and Sisala. The region covers a geographical area of 18,476 square kilometers, which is about 7.74% of Ghana's landmass. The region shares boundary with Burkina Faso, Upper East, Northeast, and Savannah regions. There is a strong socio-cultural relation among the border communities and extensive interboundary mobility of people. The region has a natural mysteries, wildlife, and a serene hospitality industry that constitute the core of the tourism in our region. You find pictures of some of the tourist attractions in the region. We have the Hippo Sanctuary at Wichau in Wa West, the mushroom-like rock at Welling in Drapa. Then we have Golu Slave Defense Wall in Sisala West, and Wa Nas Palace, which is in Wa Municipal. In spite of the current security issues in Wa Township, the region is largely peaceful. The security agencies have count issues and are dealing with the matter satisfactorily. At the height of the happenings in Wa, the Inspector General of Police had to detail 410 men and women on security operations in the region, and that has brought calm to the region. This is aside the 992 security personnel that are permanently resident in the region. Rules and transport. The transportation sector has received a major boost in the Upper West region. This comprises air transport, roads, and bridges. Air transport. The Wa Airport has been operational since October 2019. The Wa Accra route now has regular daily flights, courtesy Passion Airlines. This has eased travel burden of commuters from Accra to the region and vice versa. The airport also serves other commuters transiting to neighboring countries such as Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. This is a major impetus for boosting tourism, emergency healthcare, and other essential services in the region. Indeed, I had the pleasure and honor of commissioning the operationalization of the Wa Airport. Passport Office. The Wa Passport Office has been operational since 24th November 2020. The office was established through the collaborative efforts of the Regional Coordinating Council, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and Ghana Immigration Services. Residents of the region can now access services such as acquiring new passports, renewal and replacement of old passports with much ease. Hitherto, residents of the region had to travel to Tamale, Kumasi, or Accra for such services. This has eased the burden of applicants, especially Hajj pilgrims. Once again, I had the pleasure of commissioning the Wa Passport Office. Major boosts in road sector. The region has received some significant improvement in its roads infrastructure. Since 2017, government has completed bitumen surfacing of 220.29 kilometers length of roads in the region. This comprises 127.6 kilometers of highways, 63.70 kilometers of feeder roads, and 28.99 kilometers of urban roads. You have a table of some of the roads that have been bituminized under the Ghana Highway Authority. That is the table. You also have the table that contains bitumen servicing for feeder roads in the region. All the roads that have been bituminized have been outlined. We also have roads that have been bituminized under urban roads also on the table. We also have pictures of highways constructed. We have upgrading of Nadoli Laura Hambly Road, that is kilometer 0 to kilometer 45. We also have upgrading of Fien Wahabu Road, that is 10 kilometers. We have ceiling work on Bagre Road, 5 kilometers. To Viere Laura Market Road, 0.9 kilometers. Then we have ceiling work on Midvitfree Road, 2.5 kilometers, and Gamor Road, 1.5, all in Nandom. The construction of two major bridges over the Kulung and Ambalara rivers in the Wa East districts has been completed. This is a critical investment in the road sector in the region. These regions are valued at about 17,428,570 euros. The bridges have been opened to traffic. These bridges are critical in the region and have brought relief to commuters, especially those in the southeastern corridor of the region. Carton of farm produce and animals to market centers have also enhanced as the Wa East corridor constitute a major food basket. You have pictures of the bridges that I have just mentioned. There are two, Kulung and Ambalara bridges. Those areas used to be known as overseas, but with the construction of these bridges, they have become part and parcel of the Upper West region. During his recent visit to the region, His Excellency the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, cut short for the dualization of Nandom town roads. The 2-kilometer project will cost 85.2 million Ghana cedis and will see an expansion of the Nandom town roads with 2-lane dual carriage alphatic overlays. Other road furniture will include signalized traffic lights and road markings to enhance safety. In addition, the Kamba Bridge on the Laura Nandom Road has been awarded on contract. The same as Dangbam Bridge on the Jirapa Nandom Road has also been awarded on contract to be replaced with a concrete bridge. These bridges will replace the old ones which are weak and not safe for plying. Once again, I was around when the President cut short for the dualization of Nandom town roads. We also have materials at site for the construction of the Kamba Bridge in the picture. Bitumen surfacing of Wabulenge Road, that is 13 kilometers, is ongoing. Currently, 10 kilometers has been primer sealed, and we expect, and the project will be completed by the end of 2023. The project is being executed by Askal Investment Company Limited. Upgrading of Isa Wahabu and Wahabu Fonsi Road are also in progress. The Ghana Armed Forces is also undertaking the construction of major culverts and other sport improvement projects at Kasana, Kandia, and Jeffisi in the Sisala East and West District. I had the honor to tour these project sites together with their respective MMDCs. The Tumuhen Laura Road, that is 85 kilometers, has been awarded on contracts in 5 lots to help speed up completion in 24 months. The contracts include Mawum's Company Limited. They are to work on 15 kilometers. Askal Investment, 10 kilometers. Maripoma, 20 kilometers. Greenhouse International Development, 15 kilometers. And PNW Ghanem Limited, 25 kilometers. Sites have been handed over to the contractors, and some have commenced work. When completed, the transportation challenges of the northeastern belt of the region, which is a major food basket, will be relieved. These are some of the sites where the constructions are taking place. Health, water, and sanitation, WASH. The Wa Regional Hospital. The Wa Regional Hospital was commissioned by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on 18th August 2019. And once again, I was by the side of the President when it happens. The hospital has been adequately staffed and equipped and is fully operational. It is the main referral facility in the region, and it is anticipated to be upgraded to a teaching hospital to serve the region, and this will happen, inshallah. You have the picture indicating the commissioning of the Wa Regional Hospital and an aerial view of the hospital. 5 new district hospitals under construction. Work is progressing on the construction of 5-number district hospital under the Agenda 111 program. These hospitals are located at Wichau in Wa West District, Fancy in Wa East District, Lambuse in Lambuse District, Esa in Dafiama Buse Esa District, and Bolu in Sisala West District. All the contractors are at site and work is progressing. The completion of this hospital will significantly improve health delivery in the Upper West region. That is why the Regional Coordinating Council is keenly monitoring the progress of work of these projects to ensure that they are completed within schedule. You have pictures on all the 5 sites for your viewing pleasure. Please roll the pictures so that I've had the honor of visiting all these sites, not once, twice, or thrice. Other health infrastructure. Since 2017, MMDAs with funding from the District Assembly Common Fund, District Development Fund, and Northern Development Authority have completed the construction of 87 health infrastructure. The distribution is shown graphically below. DBI 6, Jirapa 7, Lambuse 12, Nadoli 8, Sisala West 9, Wa West 10, Sisala East 3, Wa Municipal 5, Nandom 6, Laura 16, and Wa East 6. You have pictures of what I have just indicated, to indicate that I am not deceiving or telling lies. These include chief's compounds, health wards, hospital wards rather, staff accommodation, supply of hospital beds, and other critical health equipment. These facilities will go a long way to complement the efforts of central government. These facilities have contributed significantly to healthcare service delivery, especially in the rural parts of the Upper West region. Access to healthcare services have also improved significantly in the region. One constituency, one ambulance. In 2020, the region received 13 new ambulances under the One Constituency, One Ambulance program. All constituencies in the region have functional ambulances to convey patients to referral facilities. Performance of critical health indicators. The table is there, and through collaborative efforts, the number of medical doctors in the Upper West region increased from 48 in 2016 to 79 in 2022. The number of nurses increased from 2,372 in 2016 to 4,829 in 2022. The region currently has 60 medical assistants and 23 anesthetists. Consequently, doctor population ratio and nurse population ratio has improved from 16,376 to 11,651 and 331 to 191 respectively. However, maternal and infant mortalities are still high. The Regional Coordinating Council will continue to work with the Ghana Health Service and other development partners to further improve these indicators. The region has also successfully managed the COVID-19 pandemic and currently do not have any active cases. Other communicable diseases such as CSM have been successfully managed. Water and sanitation. In 2017, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo commissioned the Jamboso Water Treatment Plant, which drastically increased water production for WA. As part of efforts to extend urban water supply, the Ghana Water Company Limited, during the period under review, embarked on various projects. These include Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3 of pipeline mains extension totaling 5,668,444 Ghana cedis. 56 kilometers length of pipeline have since been laid. This has increased urban water coverage to communities in and around Wa, Bamahu, Mangu, Sambo, Kumbiehe, Danko, Napobokuli, and many others are beneficiaries of this. With $45.7 million additional funding from IDA and World Bank, some major investment has been undertaken in the rural water sector, including rehabilitation and expansion of 2-number small-town pipe water systems at Lambuse and Hapa, valued at $10,240,845 million. $10,240,840 Ghana cedis. 250 boreholes fitted with hand pumps in 231 communities in 5 districts, valued at $5,488,686 Ghana cedis. The beneficiary districts include Jirapa, Laura, Nandom, Sisala West, and Dafiema Buse Issa. Other projects under the same funding include construction of 6-number packaged water treatment plant for piped water systems, valued at $5,359,838 Ghana cedis, which has been completed. These are located at Laura, Nandom, Nadoli, Bolu, and Goripie. In addition, 13-number boreholes have been drilled and designs completed as sources for 10-number small-town pipe water system in Jirapa, Laura, Nandom, Sisala West, and Dafiema Buse Issa. Dafiema Buse Issa is featuring prominently in the water sector. Others include drilling and mechanization of 5-number boreholes to improve water supply for small-town pipe water system in Nadoli, Kaleu, Dafiema, Fonsi, Bolu, valued at $1,496,703 Ghana cedis. Construction and finishing of water system management offices at Jirapa, Lambuse, Hambele, and Tumu has also been completed. The design for the construction of Tumu water system is completed and procurement process is ongoing. I know Tumu Koro and my younger brother, Honorable Hamid Senior, and the people of Tumu and indeed Sisala East District will be excited about this. In addition, all MMDAs are implementing various projects to help improve the wash sector in the region. As an outcome of this investment in the wash sector, rural water coverage in the region now stands at 75.90%. This is far above the national coverage of 62.57%. Sanitation and hygiene practices such as latrine usage and hand washing with soap has improved in the region. Nandong, Municipal, and Keleo have been declared open defecation-free districts in Ghana. I believe they are the only 2 districts in the country, and I think the Upper West deserve an applause. And about 815 communities have also been declared ODF-free in the region. We have pictures of some of the development in the water sector. We have Hapa, Hamele, small town water system, the Lambuse one. We have standing pipe as Hambele, institutional latrine as Holy Family Senior High School, packed water treatment plant in Nadoli Keleo. Finally, education sector. Details of education sector. The introduction of the free senior high school program in 2017 saw all 35 public senior high school, senior high technical school, technical and vocational education and training schools in the region being enrolled onto the program. So far, the program has benefited 33,868 students in the region. Following the introduction of the free senior high school program, the provision of new infrastructure and expansion of existing ones was imperative to contain the large numbers. About 36 GET Fund projects, which were inherited from the previous regime, were repackaged and have been completed. In addition, from 2017 to date, the GET Fund has completed 33 new infrastructure facilities and 11 new facilities are in progress. These projects include dormitories, classrooms, science laboratories, administrative blocks, accommodation, etc. Strenuous efforts are being made to complete some 52 stalled GET Fund projects in the region. The projects include some critical infrastructure in SD Dombo University for Business and Integrated Development Studies, Dr. Hilal Liman Technical University, and some senior high school and basic schools across the region. Let me remind Ghanaians that it took the benevolence of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to establish 2 public universities in the Upper West region. Please find pictures of some educational infrastructure put up from 2017 to date. Dining hall at Queen of Peace Senior High School, a 12-unit classroom block at Tumu Senior High Technical School, dormitory block at Jirapa Senior High School, dormitory block at Wa Senior High Technical School, dormitory block at Dafiema Senior High School, 2-story 12-unit classroom block at Tumu Senior High School, and many others. In 2020, some major emergency rehabilitation works were carried out on some facilities that were destroyed by rainstorm and fire. The beneficiary schools include Wa Sektek, Bolu Senior High School, Lambuse Community Senior High School, and Wa Islamic Senior High School. You have the dormitory block of Wa Senior High School, 6-unit classroom block at Wa Senior High Technical School, rehabilitation of E block at Lambuse Senior High School, rehabilitation of dormitory block at Bolu Senior High School. The MMD is using District Assembly Common Fund, District Development Fund, and Northern Development Authority funding have completed a total of 161 projects in the educational sector. DBI completed 9 projects, Jirapa 18, Lambuse 17, Nadoli 21, Sisala West 12, Wa West 8, Sisala East 15, Wa Municipal 24, Nandom 6, Laura 18, and Wa West 10. These are, is what? Wa East, thank you. So you have pictures of some of the facilities that have been constructed by the respective MMDAs. Construction and finishing of GES office at Nandom, Tumu Model Girls Junior High School with ancillary facilities, and many others. The pictures are there for all to see. Various sets of furniture have been supplied by GetFund and the MMDAs in the region to schools to aid teaching and learning. This will go a long way to facilitate teaching and learning in various schools. So you have some of the furniture being distributed. I can see MCE for Sisala East presenting furniture to some officials of GES. Government has also supplied 29 vehicles to 25 senior high schools to ease their accommodation burden. These vehicles include 17 buses and 12 pickups. The region also received 11 Isuzu pickups and 1 Nissan Prado vehicles for the municipal district and regional directorates of education, respectively. In 2020, 103 motorbikes were distributed to secure supervisors in all the 11 municipalities and districts to enhance monitoring and supervision. All senior high schools, municipal district, and regional directorates of Ghana Education Service in the region have been duly installed with internet facilities to enhance their work. Yes, you can roll the pictures. You can see me gleefully handing over the vehicles to heads of some beneficiary institutions. Other major infrastructure. Energy. Government has completed 13 megawatts peak Keleo solar power plant. This will add to the 6.5 megawatts peak established at Laura in 2018. Work has also commenced for the construction of phase 2 of the Keleo plant to add 15 megawatts peak. When completed, it will make the Upper West region the largest contributor of solar energy to the national energy mix. In order to brighten the streets of communities to enhance security, the Upper West Regional Coordinating Council undertook the procurement and installation of 4,000 number complete street lighting system for all 11 MMDAs. The Ministry of Energy also allocated 4,800 street lights to the Regional Coordinating Council for distribution to the assemblies in the region. We have since done that. So you find pictures of the energy sector. And once again, I was with Mr. President when he commissioned the Keleo solar power plant. Other major infrastructure. BK Adama Multipurpose Youth Resource Center. The project is critical in enhancing the skills and talent development of the youth of the Upper West region and beyond. The project comprises FIFA standard pitch, tennis court, a multi-purpose court, VIP, media, and 3 popular stands, office spaces, restaurant, and 4 ticketing booths. Other facilities include 3 fence walls, drainage works, entrance posts, and washrooms. The construction of the project is in 2 phases. Phase 1 has been completed, and phase 2 is ongoing. It is hoped that early next year, Mr. President will visit us in Wa to commission this project. You have pictures of the facility. Finally, The region has largely received its share of the national development cake under the distinguished leadership of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We, however, continue to advocate for more interventions, especially in roads and health sector, particularly for the eastern belt of the region. The Regional Coordinating Council sincerely acknowledges the contribution of all its development partners, citizens, and residents of the region. I also appreciate the support of the technocrats who have been assisting us to bring development to the region. However, we encourage all and sundry to continue to contribute their bit to the development agenda of the region. The region has huge potentials which must be harnessed, and we are open, our doors are open. So please, you can come to the Upper West region, identify your interests, and then invest. The people are hospitable, they are accommodating, and they will welcome you. On this note, I thank you all for your attention. Ya baraka yagaja. Nade vuonga apo ti yideme an wona to kokore ayi Accra. Te wen kakarwa yala biela aku apalo anan tonson hane His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo anan ona antona abenka Upper West man aba. Te yala ati jaga te soye yala lombori ayala aga te kuan yala lombori ayala aga ti school karambo yala lombori te soye lombori ya banyanka President Anwa ovenyan ba mana to soye ga agara wuchao ba eron a era wa agara bulinge a era fiang agara wahabu a era wahabu agara yala aja bang era chen wa Laura heng tumusor omen ye to so nimbije to do kuye contractor he banu askal mawuns maripoma greenhouse Chinese company kangala anang mbawadie banatindaku to anon sola to nyogon po ji anu ko banton loading atuma ka senate no gara voting 2024 ko mala ana sorana adu kotari atel to yella mane ka ana sorana ona bahan to ko yella lombori min te moye yagaja pampana Ghana jienga Upper West yonla jetin tara district high an wulwa ana district hene banuba bala dora selenga yengin nando district labla anan na doli keliu district chedem pana kono kro district jana ne ja ambi Upper West na ko man mora ka yonjing ko mo wapa nando anan na doli keliu district mbayanka bana mo a cheton a ebla man la yalman yalanya bam mana bibili dembuje kanga ona la ka president awa ade anagie ade mara tenabale nga ai nabale bike adama o yuri adamar o yeje ana sombi bolon marba nuba amande banu angara bole anan jo yal taraha anagie ni mbayanka yonjien president ona wewa ko na wa ono ruwe aje ko pili aton agarabe adaha yala ana junla tonwa ka yala na president an era Upper Western karmu wa yala ka Ghana demi ko wuma chaman yala ama henga jatin yala nga kuramba ka tinamini anan apalo no ba ko no da basunta so impuhe the president Upper West Regional House of Chiefs tinamini non kon onu una mineja anan apalo no ba anan sombono yan sonte tembanton aton anaton so hangana yoma yin pon yale jamaa ka president anan bora ka bora ka ya sonte ka ana yal barana ka aba ajun tuna puhe ya ja ka ya antili anan ya baraka mun na malfi yala
Thank you so much for that insightful presentation, Honorable Minister. I was thinking about a summary and I said, where do I start from? A lot has been said today, but for me, the key things that really caught my attention was the fact that when it comes to rural water coverage, Upper West is doing better than the national average. Honorable Minister mentioned that the national average stands at 62.57% nationwide, but in Upper West, through government's investment in several water projects, the Upper West coverage of rural water is at 75.90%. That is so huge. And also, Minister mentioned that a total of 56 kilometers of pipeline has been laid in the Upper West region since 2017. He also mentioned the Jambusi water system and other small town piped water systems, including projects that the government has undertaken in Laura, Nandom, Nadoli, Kalio, Dafiema, Lambuse, among other communities that have benefited from this massive infrastructure development within the water sector. It was also very refreshing to hear that a total of 87 health infrastructure projects have been completed by the MMDAs. Honorable Minister also mentioned that the Wa Regional Hospital has been commissioned and operationalized since 2020, and also that the region is benefiting from the government's Agenda 111 projects. And as we saw on the board, and as Minister explained, five projects that were awarded to the region are at various stages of completion. Projects in Wichao, Funsi, Golu, Lambuse, and Issa. And it's very important that we see the pictures because some of these projects were so ambitious that people just didn't believe that it will see the light of day. You ask and they say, where are the projects? They are just saying Agenda 111. But gradually, after all the procurement phase, everything, the feasibility studies, land acquisition, among others, and now seeing the brick and mortar, seeing the foundation, seeing the pillars, it is clear that in our lifetime, every district in Ghana will get a district hospital, and that is really commendable. Thank you so much for that, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister also mentioned that through the highways, urban roads, and feeder roads, a total of 220.29 kilometers have in Upper West region has received bitumen. I said 220, that's a whole lot. So I'm hoping to come to Upper West very soon to have that experience. And also the fact that key places that were cut off because they did not have good bridges have now been fixed. Minister mentioned that the bridges on the Kulung and Ambalara rivers have been completed, and other key projects are also underway. And it's just beautiful, all that Honorable Minister has said, including 161 projects in the education sector. Minister, it's so much that you've given us today, and I believe we are in a good position to spread the word and let people know that when it comes to development, it's not just about what happens in Accra or what we see within the bureaucratic sectors in the capital, but a lot is happening in the regions. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. On that note, I will open the floor for Q&As. If you have any question, kindly show by hand. The microphone will be brought to you. You mention your name and media house and then proceed to ask your question. Okay, Mr. Vance.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Upper West is my home. I have so much roots in the Upper West region, and staying there and seeing some of the things happening in the past few years, I'm really impressed with developments in the region. However, there was one thing Minister did not really mention, which I follow your Facebook page a lot, and some of the activities you undertake in the region, I really do follow. Recently, the region was in the news for the wrong reasons that had to do with the unfortunate killings of some security men in the region. How far has investigations gone? I know you've been engaging the security agencies in the region. Has anyone been arrested? Has prosecution started? And the families, how is the RCC making sure that the families are doing well after the traumatic killings of their relatives? Another road that was not mentioned is the Tumu to Bolga Road. The Tumu Bolga Road is an important road that links the two regions, Upper East and Upper West. How far with the works on that road? And Upper West will be 40 years next year. Any specific activities earmarked for the celebrations of the anniversary? Thank you.
Thank you for the questions, Mr. Lanza. Okay, so Nana focus on this. Musa Lanza.
Yes, Honorable Minister, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Some time ago, I did a story about a place in Nadori Kalio where some young children were doing serious galamsey without going to school. I don't know if you are aware, and what have you done about it? Because they were doing this kind of galamsey and not attending school. I did a story about that. And Honorable Minister, what is happening at the revenue mobilization front? Because when you were speaking, you only mentioned government, this assembly command fund and other things. What are you doing, as it were, to mobilize revenue to support the government money that comes in? And then you also mentioned that people should come to the region to invest. What must we come and invest in? What do you have there? Other regions, I'm saying, they have gold deposit, they have iron, they have that, but I did not specifically mention any particular thing that somebody must come in the region and invest in it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the question. We can take a few more. Okay.
Honorable Minister, thanks so much. That was an insightful presentation. A report for the Daily Statesman, Bright Philip Donko. You admitted that on health, there is high mortality and then, high maternal and then infant mortality. So as a regional minister, what are you doing with the regional health directorate to ensure that this situation is brought to the barest minimum? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. We can take two more if there are any hands. Okay. I think that will be the last question. So I'll call Honorable Minister to bring his responses.
Thank you very much. My brother Musa Lansa wants to know what is happening with regard to the recent unfortunate incidents in the region. Yes, I am the chairman of the Regional Security Council, and I'm privileged to have certain information. But as you may be aware, the lead agency that is investigating these unfortunate incidents is the Ghana Police Service. And I am quite aware that they are doing a lot of work. So far, 27 arrests have been made. All of them have been put before the law court, and the court has granted 20 of them bail. 7 are in custody, and investigations are still ongoing. Like I indicated, I would not want to do anything that will mar the work of the Ghana Police Service. But what I want to assure the people of this country is that we are very much on top of what is happening. And recently, during his visit to the Upper West region, the National Security Minister indicated that we are closing in on the perpetrators, and that was after he had received briefing from us members of the Regional Security Council. So we are on top of our game. That is why the Upper West is peaceful. Since 16th September, nothing untoward has happened in the Upper West region. And government is also doing its part. Like I indicated, we now have 410 policemen and women who are on operation in the region. And just about 2 weeks ago, National Security Minister donated some logistics to beef up security in the region. So sooner than later, we will come out with what we have been doing, but I would not want to preempt the efforts of the Ghana Police Service. You also want to know about the Tumu-Bolga Road. Yes, it's on contract. Mawums is working on that stretch of road. 15 kilometers to Tumu, he's the one working on it. And I am in discussion with the Minister for Roads and Highways so that we get the entire stretch of the road done. So we are working on it. Then Upper West will be 40 years next year. Yes. His Excellency Flight Lieutenant J.J. Rawlings, through PNDC decree, created the Upper West region on 14th January 1983. So next year will be 40 years. And as you are aware, 40 years is not a landmark year. So therefore, we are not going to have anything big. We're going to celebrate it, but I have constituted a committee chaired by now Professor Daniel Baga to come up with a proposal. They are supposed to present their report to me on or before the 22nd of this month, so that I will present it to the Regional Coordinating Council, so that if they approve of it, whatever they come out with, then we will go ahead. We will mark it, but it's not going to be in a grand style. We will pray that God will grant us life and good health so that we will all be there when Upper West will be 50 years. That is when we shall have a grand ceremony. But for 40, we shall commemorate it. Yes. Galamsey in Nadoli Keleo. Yes. It's one of the, Nadoli Keleo is one of the places where we have Galamsey. But together with DISEC, we have been able to bring the situation to if not eradicated it, but brought it to the barest minimum. So we ensure that kids do not go out there, vacate school, and go about loitering. It's still in existence, but we've brought it to the barest minimum. Our eyes are opened and we are watching. We don't want Galamsey activities to take place in any part of the region. So we are working at it. Revenue mobilization. I believe strongly that the chief executives, together with their respective assemblies, are doing their best to ensure that they are able to mobilize resources. Some of the projects that are enumerated upon are done together with the support of IGF. It's just that in presentations, it is not everything that you can mention. But I want to indicate that I know that some of these projects have been supported with funds from IGF. Upper West has a basket of products that would-be investors can come to the region and invest in. We have tourist potential. In the tourism sector, we have a huge potential. I mentioned some of them, and if investors come, they can invest in that area. Our strength lie in the agric sector, maize production, millet, soya, rice. These are all areas that we have huge potentials. And I want to employ on the good people of this country to consider the Upper West if they want to come and then invest. There was a question on health, I will defer that to the Regional Director of Health Services, Dr. Demiel. You come and then respond to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, and thank you for the opportunity to clarify the issue on high maternal mortality and perinatal deaths. Yes, so the Minister mentioned that the maternal mortality actually declined from 118 per 100,000 live births in 2016 to 65 per 100,000 live births in 2021. And then perinatal mortality actually went up from 8.6 per 1,000 live births to 10 per 1,000 live births. Certainly, no maternal death is acceptable, and that is why we still consider it to be high. And so, what is the region doing? Currently, what we're doing is building the capacity of the health workforce. There's a lot of training ongoing at the regional and district level to build the capacity of the health staff who have been engaged to work in the region in maternal and newborn care. We're also working with partners to work on some quality improvement initiatives where they identify gaps in the health service delivery. Questions are asked. We model interventions to address those critical needs. We're also sending, staff for further training in certain critical areas like specialized nurses in maternal and child health, doctors going to do pediatrics, and some of them are coming, obstetrician gynecologists, some have come, others are currently in school, just to be able to build up the human resource base of the region. The region, too, has also been zoned. If you look at the map, it's quite big. So it's been zoned into three. We have the eastern zone, that is where the Sisala areas, Sisala East, West, then that is the DBI. Then the western zone, comprising Nandon, Jirapa, Lambusie, and then the central zone, where we have divided the specialists who are in, the gynecologists and the pediatricians, to have quarterly meetings with the staff in those areas, where their capacity gaps are identified, and then they are built and addressed. Any death that occurs, they go to the facility level to try to see what really went wrong. And then they identify the causes and then address them to prevent further loss of lives. Again, you will appreciate that when the minister made a presentation, he outlined a number of health initiatives. CHIPS compounds, health centers have sprung up. And you agree with me that once these facilities are becoming functional, they take care of people exactly where they live and work. So they don't have to travel long distances to access healthcare delivery. Improvement in the road networks. You talked about the Kulung and those areas. Previously, during rainy season, they couldn't cross. So what happened to a woman who was in labor across the waters? They basically were left onto their own, and the health staff who were just there. So when it's beyond their level, they cannot cross. But with these road networks improving, certainly indirectly it's leading to what? Improvement in healthcare delivery. The one constituency, one ambulance is also facilitating the transportation of people. And recently, I think with support from Northern Development Authority, each district has received 2 tricycle ambulances. Some of the communities are still, far and difficult to reach. So during the rainy season, I mean, sometimes ambulances are not able to go. So with these tricycle ambulances, they can meander their way and bring all pregnant women and newborn who need care to the bigger health facilities to access care. So these are the things that we're doing to be able to bring down the numbers further. So thank you very much.
Okay, so please, if you have any question, we'll take follow-up questions. If there are no questions, I will invite the Honorable Minister for his concluding remarks, and then we draw the curtain on today's program.
Well, I don't know whether you permit me. In my closing, I spoke Wali, and I indicated that in the Upper West, there are 3 main ethnic groups. If you allow me, just give 2 minutes to Madam Aisha to speak in Sesale, and then Vida will speak in Dagari. Yes, so before I come to give my closing remarks. So, yeah. Briefly, please, just come.
On behalf of Regional Minister Njambole, okay, Njambole Neru Hajeglire.
Oh, you don't know what I said. What I said, just say it briefly.
That's exactly what I'm doing. So, local halara lako, I will wear malaha sasala ko Upper West la with the time my government had some. Koro hapela la we malaha la wola mwale education la Minister World Health we are Minister World Security we are Minister World Canal Omi or whatever we are government had some ren la Upper West for happy before 2016 co end of 2016 President happy from 2017 akuko jeno tatama mo hatma ali la Omi la le we are o daga bare adagala lole han maka ka wol we don ha agana la ablerleru arakala kan kun ko la yir open defecation free re ini bene gana la leru to ko district to han open defecation free ama Upper West la kan 2 districts la kan Nandong open defecation free na Doli open defecation free so ka obolle la we mawu ka wole re we ha la akorwa are in here, are technocrats, I'm a new President Larry MPP agenda, Lelo Kuperaha. Opo Omi, near my boss question ba. So near Danga Siri, Lanya Sasala, Nidia will let Omi we are all problem. Let us start to know. Udakalo carry Upper West, La Pare, Sasala Corimia, La Ken Corimia aflatoxic free Corimia. Near Haja, so la maybe don't say, well, but then we will capable Sasala, Omi, we are wola, worry, and the minister say, explain, will Wolare, Laura, a camo perisasala, Omi, a moment of rongo, so explain. None must say, will la revenue, we are a Namarala revenue, and we also, we are more hardaka, wola government, IGF pere, so. MMDC's ama mga elama ha alama pere so o kan we maka chakasa pala ka bol lewu so in queen we malaha ko hon hala abosoma bosomere iba lole
yamanton chechele bene chele Chalasana na yire aka Accra. As a Honorable Regional Minister, when I come and told Yana Sibial on a soa. Nasua Kuwat yar char al Asam Gina Abe Upper West region. Where Yara yes yon or char a soy al Sesan, his excellence in another Danko for the nation. Ka Upper West bar and year 2017 what it Adiana. We will a soy. As a sanation kayu, normally we la alan fiat tomorrow a jeer, as a sanation kayu, komele will as a kualombor ala center ko ne sunjura Upper West region no mele will ala as in jine ala fie Upper West region po garaja adada nyana sin wena ka Upper West region in dona be awa as a son his excellency na do dan ko akufo do vena ka police say abayi aka akra na bati abe awa na bati venka die pa as a jaya jine ala jum yesu yo ina yesu yo sona ka ati jen alanfie po abe Upper West region umele bila a school lombor ala a school sinembe ala a school sinembe a school ye ne adakose na ala jaya assistant president ni son ka nya malfo abe Upper West region asile chen alanfie lombor umele ti wila la HS compound na ala jaya na mbe ka alanfie ye no umele wil ala a pone do tukpi bia biblen ba man do kupi ala jaya wila emele wila la assistant president ne sono ka yese nyana ka bala ira Upper West region anyana jala wo wa kana man to nya se bio ko wa no wa ya andrende ya wena nyana yesu yo ne ira awa Upper West region se jan la fie yele ya ba don sia ko ga se ma a yele blanc ne as yar na se ko yi wena yesu on pour yo ya na chal.
Thank you very much. I hope the male chief executives who are here will not say that I've discriminated against you. So, thank you very much, my friends, the media people. It's a pleasure to be here together with members of my team to give an update of some of the development interventions that has been executed by the government of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We were restricted to only 3 areas. If not, the story is far more than what we have told today. It is my prayer and hope that the Ministry of Information will continue to create platforms of this nature for us to tell the nation what has been happening in the regions. People think that Accra is Ghana. Accra is not Ghana. Upper West is part of Ghana. It is the regions that come together to constitute the Republic of Ghana. So please, always try as much as possible to always send people to the regions to do stories on development and other challenges that confront us in the periphery. So I thank the ministry for this opportunity. Once again, I want to thank the chiefs and people of the Upper West region who have supported us, the people His Excellency has appointed to provide that exceptional leadership needed for the development and advancement of the region. Honestly, I have enjoyed the support and cooperation of our traditional rulers as well as religious leaders and the generality of the people of the Upper West region. And also the support from technocrats, the chief director and the other heads of departments is tremendous. That is why we have been able to get this far. So I thank all of them for their support and cooperation. And I believe strongly that going ahead, the Upper West region will continue to benefit from the National Development Kitty. We shall liaise with our colleague ministers so that we get our fair share of development. And I want to assure all and sundry that I will continue to provide that exceptional leadership needed for the development of Upper West region. Upper West region is the only place we have, and nobody will come and develop it for us. We have to brighten the corner where we are. But I want to use this opportunity to call on all and sundry that there are investment opportunities in the Upper West region. Agri sector, we have a huge potential. Tourism sector, we have a huge potential. Please come to the Upper West, invest, and you will not regret doing that. Thank you very much. ye antiri nguna malti yala ya baraka ya gaja. Assalamu alaikum.
On behalf of the Minister for Information, Honorable Kojo Nkrumah, my own behalf, and also management and staff here at the Ministry of Information, I would like to thank you, Honorable Minister, and your delegation for making time to join us on a Sunday afternoon. It is our prayer that we do this again. And most importantly, if we are able to take it to the regions so that we can get a lot more community participation and also participation from your local media. So thank you so much for this first phase. Your cooperation means so much to us. And we are also learning as you come forward to share so much information about your beautiful regions. So I would also plead with our friends from the media to carry us along. You have the platforms. So as you heard the minister, please spread the word. Let us invite people to come to the Upper West region, to invest in the Upper West region so that we can bring development to the people. Thank you and have a wonderful afternoon.